Given the recent negative attention in the press, can you say what your view is of this? But also, do you think there is an issue with public confidence now as a result of the continuing underrepresentation of minority groups in the senior judiciary?
Well, with regard to the press coverage, of course it must be of concern to everybody. I have to say that I think there's something of a misunderstanding in the description of secret soundings. What we do is to take statutory consultation, and that statutory consultation is taken in a very specific fashion. It's described on our website for applicants and candidates. But the reality is that we provide guidance to the named statutory consultee for each jurisdiction, which we're obliged to do in terms of consultation. That guidance is very clear on how statutory consultation needs to be presented to us. It must be objective and evidence-based. And then we provide advice to the panels who are looking at that statutory consultation in terms of how they should go about using it. And I do want to make the point that statutory consultation is only one element of a broad base of evidence, including independent assessment, independent assessors nominated by candidates, looking at other submitted material depending upon the exercise in question, on qualifying tests, on sifting, on selection day tests, situational questions, and so on. And no single part of that evidence base is given additional weight. So statutory consultation doesn't carry greater weight above any other evidence that comes forward. Now, statutory consultation, once it's given, is read by all 15 commissioners on every candidate. 7 lay, 7 judicial, and myself as the independent chair. It's reviewed by at least two senior members of staff involved in a particular exercise, and the panel. So there are a lot of people who look at the statutory consultation, and if it's not evidence-based, if it doesn't meet our requirements, then or testing it with regard to the other evidence base available to us doesn't resonate, then the reality of the situation is that anyway, it's not a super-weighted element of the evidence available to us, but it can be put to one side. So, but I have to say, deeply anxious about the impact that recent press coverage has had on potential candidates and applicants. That's why as soon as it first came out, we updated our website in the area for applicants so that they could understand how statutory consultation works. But as a result of our last Judicial Diversity Forum meeting, where I was able specifically to explore these issues with the President of the Law Society and the Chairman of the Bar Council, and where they were able to express to the entire forum the anxiety of their professional members with regard to what is being said, what I've decided to do is to initiate an independent review of statutory consultation. And that review will basically look at how it currently works, the framework, and what improvements might be made to the way that we seek and apply statutory consultation in the future. I have to say that we've looked at this before. We don't have any evidence that statutory consultation is working against different candidates from different groups, but I do believe we have a strong duty to look at this matter, and that's what we're going to do, bringing in an independent group to look at the statutory consultation as currently applied.
Could you say when that, when that statutory consultation will begin, and just the general timescales of this?
When the review will begin. Richard, could you just take us through the process that we're adopting?
Yes, well, we hope to be able to appoint an independent external organisation to oversee the review and to publish the terms of reference within the next couple of weeks. they will advise on the methodology they will need. But I would hope we will be able to do that in a number of months.
And just a further question: how do you decide on who that independent group is, and are they from diverse backgrounds? That do they come from a diverse background of experience?
We will be using I think the work psychology group who have reviewed the JSC process in the past. They are a diverse organisation, and they've got extensive experience of senior recruitment in the medical and other sectors as well.
Obviously, in the media, there were very negative reports of bullying and discrimination in the judiciary. And obviously that might have an effect on judicial recruitment. Is that the sort of thing that would be covered by the review as well, taking on board the elements of bullying and harassment that people have experienced and discrimination?
No, this is going to look specifically at statutory consultation, because I was very concerned that the description of secret soundings may cause anxiety amongst candidates and applicants and have a chilling effect in terms of the attractiveness for people, individuals from different backgrounds, to seek judicial appointment. There were other issues raised in terms of behaviours, over time have been described in different elements of that broad system, professions, judiciary and so on. And those are matters that, of course, are raised in the Judicial Diversity Forum because they can have an impact on candidates' views. And those are matters that I hope the Judicial Diversity Forum will be able to take forward discussions with the appropriate partners to see that in terms of, if ever anxieties and issues are raised, we can help the partners affected by them address the issues.
I think my only concern arising from that really is the emphasis is on the diversity forum to put right the wrong of the situation. You need to hear what yourself is doing to ensure no bullying and discrimination takes place within the workforce, within the judiciary. It's that thing about advocating and empowering on behalf of the diverse workforce.
Is that something you can actually legally do, though?
No, I wanted to answer the question, if I may, Chair. I can reassure the committee that there is no bullying and harassment in the judicial appointments process. We look at this very carefully. And I am chairman of the Judicial Appointments Commission. I am not the supremo that can tell everybody in the judiciary, in the professions or anywhere else what to do. What I can do, though, as chair of a forum where all parties are represented, is to ensure that when these issues are raised, we can have a discussion. But you're quite right that when these issues are raised, and I do know from my own experience that both the Lord Chancellor and the Lord Chief Justice take these matters very, very seriously. But it is matters for other elements of the ecosystem to deal with the questions that you've put to me.